Tambuwal, somehow they will believe you. Is that what you think? During referendum, you are talking like a drunken fool. During referendum, you only have one vote. Me, only one single vote. Do you want Biafra to be free or do you want to remain in? How come parts of River State was on lockdown? I said, we are not part of them. IPOB cannot come here and tell us what to do. But I did. And they listened to me. They didn't listen to you. They didn't listen to you. Pictures and the videos. Please, people should send it on Twitter and tag him so he can see it. Pictures and videos of Igwater, especially that idiot that went to a bank asking for the bank to open. And the bank said that we cannot open. There is an order, a sit at home. Send that video to Weekend to Channels TV. You know what I'm going there. Not you think if you appear so many times on Channels TV to impress your lover, Tambuwal, somehow they will believe you. Is that what you think? During referendum, you are talking like a drunken fool. During referendum, you only have one vote. Me, Namdekano, only one single vote. Do you want Biafra to be free or do you want to remain in Nigeria? Simple. That day you cast your vote. Only one vote you will cast. You little demon. Idiots like you. After maybe 2 years, you come down there. Then it goes here, if we don't get you before then. I say it out in the open. I don't hide it. You went, that as I've been saying, I want to go to Hague. I want to be tried in a law court anywhere in the world where all the facts about the zoo, all the nonsense you fools have been doing will be brought to public knowledge. That day, the whole world will know what you've been up to. Mad people. You remember there was a time even African referees were not allowed to referee any match because they are corrupt. As black people for you. I don't want to spend time educating Channels TV and the wannabe Hitler MNK on how Rivers was created, but I'll just touch upon it very briefly. I want you to understand that River State, go to Wikipedia. After River State, you will see a bracket. Inside it is Igbo, IGBO, for information. Maybe tomorrow you pay them to change it. You were created in 1967. 27th of May, 1967, you were created. Remember what I told you people about Children's Day, 27th of May. Some of you don't know these things, but I will teach you. Children's Day that you are celebrating coincides with the day that River State was created. That was the day that the Eastern Consultative Assembly gave Ojukwu the mandate to declare Biafra. That same day, the British intelligence got wind of it through BBC correspondent in Enugu. And Britain called Gowon and told Gowon what was happening and gave Gowon this advice. That they themselves, being the British, the best way they have used over the centuries to conquer people is by dividing them. Divide them first, then you go and conquer them. Divide and rule. And go on that same 27 children, as I told you, the reason why they call it Children's Day. People don't know how important 27th of May is. It was on that same day as they were Government College, University of Nigeria and Nsukka, of course, SBS, Igwacha, School of Basic Studies in Port Harcourt. I went to London Metropolitan University. We are well read. We are well read. We know what we're talking about. On that 27th of May, As British intelligence, MI5, got wind of the fact that the Eastern Consultative Assembly had granted Ojukwu the right to proclaim Biafra on the 27th, they told Gowon to divide Biafra. That same day, and River State was weak. Are you listening? Because you don't know history. You're a fool. You know this Rivers. I'm a Rivers man. Rivers man. How old are you? You're just like those shouting one Nigeria every blessed day. Idiotic, moronic set of people. A man is 80-something years old, older than Nigeria by over 20-something years. And I'm asking you, before you became a Nigerian, who were you? They cannot answer. That is one thing I hold against Nigerians. And I will keep on holding them until their shame will sink into them. Wike, I'm asking you. How old were you in 1967? Wike, I'm asking you. That was when your Rivers was created. And you proceeded to go and start stealing properties belonging to your brothers. Because you don't want the land to kill you. That's why you said you are no longer Igbo. Idiot like you. If some of you have been following the news lately, you will see that they said it has passed the second reading or third reading, their restructuring bill. In that restructuring bill, they are now proposing to create a new state called Anioma State, with the capital in Ahaba, which some of you call Asaba, of course, because you're ignorant, you're all products of colonial rule anyway. And they plan to add it into Southeast. Ahaba, Delta State, Anioma, but not River State, because Fulani is very lazy. They need to do to the rest of you what they did to Ogoni people. Then your eyes will open. By the time they'll be dealing, by the time they'll be dealing with you, you'll be shouting and nobody will listen to you. Allow Wike to keep misleading all of you, like the idiots that some of you are. We used to have the same problem everywhere around Biafra land until we said, no, enough is enough. We can go on, created you, Rivers, 27th of May, 1967, the same day that the lives of Frank Opigo from Okrika, for your information, and a German was in Enugu advising Ojukwu. That same period, that same day, that same 27th, Ojukwu said, what shall we call this our new nation? After they had passed the resolution. And a German, I'm saying this because of this Niger Delta, I'm a nation, all that rubbish. I want you to listen to me very carefully. And a German rose up, Chief Frank Opigo, and said, the name of our new nation shall be Biafra. And Ojukwu asked him, why Biafra? Because Ojukwu himself, even a historian, an Oxford-trained historian, did not know. Frank Opigo whispered to him, not in here. I will tell you later what Biafra means. Do you know how God works? Ojukwu did not argue. If Ojukwu wanted to dominate other people, if Igbos had wanted to dominate other people, he would have just said, this new nation shall be called Igbo nation, isn't it? But you see, these people, I don't know. They said that the zoo army is in Abao, they're looking for trouble. When they get it, they start complaining. Nigerian army is now in Abao, perambulating and patrolling, looking for who to kill. When the angels find them now and send them to God for judgment, you start writing rubbish. Now they're patrolling inside there, but you cannot ask them to go back to the barracks and sit down because something is happening. As I was saying before, those zoo vermins interrupted my train of thought. That same 27th of May, 1967, that day is very, very critical, I'm telling you. As Frank Opigo and a John was telling Ojukwu, later on I will tell you why I recommended that the name should be Biafra. And the Holy Spirit was upon Ojukwu.
before we continue listening to our leader Mazen Namdekano, please do well to like, share this message. Get why I say make you share this message, because recently I posted something about abeg o, we will continue listening because I just want us to watch and listen from our leader Mazen Namdekano, because many people are still suffering from identity crisis, even though many of them have waken up. We will keep on sanitizing them because the message of our leader then now hit them, and some of them can assure you understand, like they are worship, like those that is worshiping what is it called, worshiping Asare Tokumbo. I posted something about these people on Facebook recently. And I don't vam na mama na. So please, I would like you to share this video. Any platform you know that you will share this video, make them watch this video now as I'm broadcasting. Please do well to share this video. Give them share this video. By liking it will help the YouTube, it help YouTube to recognize to recommend the video to those guys that is suffering from identity crisis. You understand? Many of our brothers there are preaching the gospel, but with this, the gospel will a kind of go more deeper. You understand? Please help me share, like, and share this video to any platform of your choice. So these days now we got the refresh our memory from the message of our deputy of our leader Mazen Namdekan. You understand? Thank you and God bless you. So let's go.
God was angels from heaven were ministering to him, telling him, listen to Frank Opigo. And as soon as Chief Opigo finished, Ojukwu said the name shall be Biafra. If Ojukwu had domineering tendencies, if the Igbos wanted to lord it over every other person to conquer them, I think Ojukwu should have insisted on the place answering Igbo nation, isn't it? That's pure common sense. That's the Fulanis are doing to the Hausa people up north. Isn't it? Of course, Ahaba is the name. Ahaba, Asaba is Ahaba. The name is Ahaba. Go there. If you go to Asaba tomorrow morning, you see the name there, Ahaba. Go and ask the traditional rulers. The Asaba of Asaba. Go and ask him, what is your name? He tells you that. If you go to his palace, he wrote Ahaba. That's the name. Like Ahabi Meni. Who doesn't know that? Is it all this nonsense? These corrupt, useless Yoruba journalists are writing every day that you're reading. That's why people who are born in Lagos sometimes. To be honest with you, I don't quite see them as normal people, to be honest with you. I'm being honest. You know, all these people that grew up in Lagos and can all these places, they know nothing in their brain. They're the ones that will insist. The name is Asaba. It's Ahaba. Go there to Ahaba, you will see it. As you have Ahabi menu. Common sense, they don't have. They claim they're educated. I went to school. I have PhD. Do you know who I am? Whereas your brain is empty. You know nothing, absolutely nothing. Ojukwu adopted the name Biafra. As Ojukwu was giving us the name Biafra, christening us Biafra, according to the advice of Chief Frank Opigo, one idiot or somewhere called Go On is saying, I'm going to divide you. I'm going to create Cross River, and I'm going to create Okoja State, and I'm also going to create River State. True or false? I throw like you. What do you know? You go on channels and you're talking like somebody that fell from a Pamanta that fell from palm tree. I throw like you claim you're a lawyer, you know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Your brain is empty. Absolutely empty. That is why a fellow man like Tambuwal useless to your backside, because you're an idiot. You're a complete fool. You know nothing. I feel sorry for those you are deceiving. Poor students. You raised in the zoo, you go to NYAC, your brain is empty, you know nothing. Absolutely nothing. You don't know your history. You don't even know the history of your own village. We should start by asking, what is the history of my village? I know where we come from. My village. I kept asking my father before he passed. I kept asking him, tell me the history of Isama, and he told me. The soldiers are molesting people. Katrina Lang, where you're having your, I hope you're listening. Channels TV, Yoruba journalists, I hope you're listening. That soldiers, Nigerian soldiers are in Aban right now molesting people. I hope you can hear it. When there is equal response now, you start writing your junk. That's why I said that a black man should not be a journalist. We lack conscience. Black people do not have conscience. That is why you give chieftaincy titles to people who are doing 419. People like Hope Ozadema can come and become a governor of a state. In the olden days, people like him will be exiled or sold into slavery because he's a thief. 419 for now. River State was created. And in fact, I want to direct now, you claim you're a lawyer, and also Channels TV. Somebody should also email Channels TV as many people as possible the Willing Commission report of 1958. Because I don't know, is there anything wrong with your brain cells? You people, you animals in the zoo animals calling themselves Nigerians. Is there anything, are you sure your brain is not made of sawdust? Is there something in your brain that is stopping you from reasoning? I want somebody to send this very report, the Willing Commission report, to every idiot that calls him or herself a Niger Delta. Send it to them. Send it to them because the idiocy is becoming too much. This foolishness can no longer be tolerated. Send it to them. Ikwere, Eche, Ekpeye, Opobo, Ebani, which is born today. Orata, you know what? Is also in Ikwere land. They say they are not. We are from Benin, near the Oba of Palace, near his palace. Chai, who did this thing to you people? Who did? You know, I can understand. I know that black people by nature are very stupid. But it seems to me there are layers of stupidity. All these Niger Delta South people, it seems your own stupidity isn't comparable. I'm telling you. God forbid. Oh, no wonder the Sultan can come to Bayelsa and own over 30 oil wells. Now you understand it, don't you? No wonder. No wonder Danjuma owns 15 oil wells. No wonder your land can be polluted and you can't do nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. What can you do? Nothing. You lament, you cry, and nobody listens. And they float NDDC. And their budget is maybe $1 million, and all of you are scrambling for $1 million. Whereas the Sultan of Sokoto preaching unity and one Nigeria is because of his oil wells in Bayelsa. And you're telling me you went to school. You're telling me you can reason. You are telling me you can think properly. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? Opobo, Iban, which they call Boni, Orata, or Ban, Ndoke are all indigenous Igbo extraction in River State. It is called Rivers Igbo. I want you to go to Wikipedia now and type in River State on Wikipedia. You will see it. River State, the first bracket you see is Igbo, IGBO. People may wonder, why am I preaching this all the time? Because I grew up in the village. And in the village, you learn a lot of things. Not like in the township, where you learn nothing. You live in a yard. I grew up in the village. And there is a saying where we come from. You can only show me my relative. You cannot show me my friend because I make my friends myself. You can't bring somebody and say, oh, come, this is your friend. No. If at all any of you have had the privilege of staying in a village, in a Biafran, typically Igbo village, Biafran village, for up to a week, let's say during festive season, what happens usually? If you can remember, if one them listen, intellectual, listen. When you are in the village during any festive season, how many times have you heard your mom or your father say, oh, come, come, come? They'll call your name and say, come. Come and see your uncle. Come and see your aunt. Come and see your cousin. How many times? Because they are all your relatives. That's the only people they can show to you. Nobody can show you your friend because your friends you make yourself. Now you understand me? Going back to Wike and the Ikwere people, or some not Ikwere player, I don't want to generalize. After all, it was an Ikwere chief that was coming to see me when I was in prison. The delegation of people coming to see me when I was in prison, if you go to the archives of the people coming to court, anytime I have a case, they will charter luxurious bus from Iguacha all the way to Abuja. It's an Ikwere chief. Have you all forgotten? You have all forgotten, haven't you? So I am weak, cannot make me to generalize. I'm not stupid. Who were the people that observed the sit at home, the lockdown yesterday in Rivers? I don't know Ikwere people. Yes, and I'm asking you a simple question. So I'm not going to generalize. I'm not going to generalize. Now listen to me. Before independence of the zoo, basically before the 27th of May, 1967, there was no identity crisis in Rivers, none whatsoever. None. I have said this thing to people many times, they don't want to listen. When I was arguing about the origin of the Igbo race, some people said they're anthropologists, they're historians, and all that rubbish. They were talking pure people. And I tried to prove to them that the Igbo race is comprised or made up of three distinct people. Three distinct, I said different people make up the Igbo race. They were talking nonsense. I said to them that the best place, because our ancestors were very clever, how you know where you come from is by the names you give your children or the names you give your towns and your villages. And they said, how did I come to that realization? I said to them, do you know that the last phase that came, the house of Ephraim and Manasseh, that came from the Harish region of Israel, the last migration that came, those that passed through Ethiopia, that went through Rwanda and all the rest of it, through Cameroon before coming down to settle, crossing the Omambala River and settling at Umwere and Aguleri. Do you know who they are? The of course people do not know. They were the ones that gave the name. They were the people that realized that the oldest people on that land are the Igbo people. When they came to a place called Agolo, they said that this is the road that leads to the settlement of Igbo people. They named it Agolo Ozo Igbo, which means Agolo, where you pass before you go to the settlement of Igbo people. Agolo, Agolo Ozo Igbo. Ozo means the road that leads to. The same way you have Akole and Ozo Akole. Ozo Akole means this is the road you use to go to Akole. I don't know if people are paying attention. How can Elibenezumozi heaven? They are the ones that say this is Agolo Zibo. This is Agolo. This Agolo settlement is the road you used to go to where Igbos are. Agolo Esiaga Ebendi will be Agolo Ozo Igbo. I hope that makes sense to most of you. Now you understand. All of you fools claiming South. So do you know that Aguleri people and Umweri can say they're not Igbo? Do you know that? Do you know that Owere people and Arotu can say they're not Igbo? Do you know that some parts of Umbise or Hoho and the Beko can say they're not Igbo? Are you aware of that? Because the original people who were there can be found in a place called, we know our names are very brilliant. Ibuku. Hope you understand it very clearly now. You are following what I'm saying. I go back to the Willing Commission. The reason why we keep having this debate all the time is because our people are not educated. I'm sorry to say this, but our people are not well educated. That is the problem. If you can take out only 5 minutes, anybody calling themselves Niger Delta, I'm not Igbo, I'm Anyoma, I'm not Igbo. If you can take out only 5 minutes to read the Willing Commission report, why people wrote it, not blacks, then you will understand your stupidity. It will be staring you in the face. This from Wike. According to a Willing report, white man in 1958, way before, almost 10 years before Go On created or gave you your new identity. More than I'm reading the report verbatim, white man's report, Willing, because they complained. Everywhere you go, you man is there in water, everywhere. We want minority. We want to be recognized. They call themselves minority. Is that correct? When Britain was tuning them, because Britain wanted unrestricted access to our oil and gas, and the only way to achieve it is to tell Ogoni people, yeah, you see, you are distinct, you are different. Ever since they started telling Ogoni people that they are different, have they succeeded? The answer is no. They come to Ijon. Hey, Ijon Nation, Ijon, you are different. Oh. Have you succeeded in getting your resource control? The answer is no. They come to the upper land of Igbo, which is from across Imo River. Not minded there's a place called Obibo. They tell you, oh, they hate you. This South, Niger Delta, they hate you. Look for one Igbo nation only. Don't mind them. And some intellectuals and the Fulefus will buy into it. They want to divide you to weaken you. You have forgotten that Ahoda people are Igbo people. Boni people are Igbo people. I want to challenge all of you now. You know, during the burning of the house of that traitor, that saboteur, called, do you know who was Go On appointed Dieter Spiff, the one that just chased away from his palace now, as the governor of River State. Are you aware of that? No, you don't know, but I'm telling you now. That man they pursued a few days ago from his palace. He's called Alfred Dieter Spiff, if I'm not mistaken. He was the saboteur that Gowon used to administer River State, to spite Ojukwu, understand? So they created natural saboteurs. You see this man you call, what's his name, Edwin Clark. Do you know why I hate him? He's a father, he's an elderly man. I should be respecting him. Is that not correct? According to our culture. Do you know why I hate him with a passion? He was a saboteur. They made him Minister for Information. That's how they roll. Janjaweed and their British masters, they gave them political positions. They now went back to go and convince their own people that Biafra is a bad thing for them to be part of because of political appointment. Are you following me? This man was sacked from his palace a few days ago. Are you listening to me? He was sacked. Do you know why he was sacked? I can't see the on. Go and watch that video again. All the people from Nembe, I think it's Nembe in Brass, Tom Brass. I want you to go and watch the video of the indigents of Tuan Brass in Nembe or whatever it is, removing the very corrupt king, Alfred Dieter Spiff. They were all speaking a dialect of Igbo in a Joland. Go and watch the video again and again and again. Are you listening to me? People ask me, why are you doing this? Are you begging them to join you? Why did you reject Igbo only Biafra? I said to them, as Oriental Boras sang in their song Kabaka in those days, I am only identifying with my flesh and my own blood, the same DNA, the same heritage, the same value system. In a referendum, they will have the chance to reject me. Then if they do, I will respect it. That is their own prerogative. And forever and ever, we will make it as a law that is binding on every generation, that these are no longer your people. And I'm upon you. That's what we're trying to do. We are not forcing anybody to do anything. I am doing what the ancients did. If you see your flesh and blood, you recognize them. That's all we are doing. That is all we are doing. I will get to the case of Ogoni and the rest of them later on. But I want our people to understand this. The reason why they are goading you or forcing you to adopt a different identity is because it will be easier for them to control you once we are divided. I have preached this gospel before and I'll preach it again. The only reason why they killed Cancer was because the Igbos did not rise up to defend him. That's all. The reason why they did not kill me whilst I was in detention was because of their vengeance. Not Igbo people. Of course, IPOB was formidable. I mean, blocking Head Bridge for 4 days. Who could have done that? And people ask me, why do I keep saying I will sacrifice anything for Biafra? Because they sacrificed everything for me. Head Bridge was blocked for 4 days. Avengers came out, mainly Ijaw youths, came out to say we'll blow up every Nigeria will not export any oil. Their number one demand was releasing Nnamdi Kanu from detention. How can I not preach about the unity of these people? Why won't I preach it? I hope that Wike can learn. Wike, I'm going to read the Willing Commission report for you. More than 98% of people who inhabit this area is called the Igbo Plateau of the Eastern region. Do you know what it's called? It's called the plateau. You know what the plateau is? Like Plateau State. It's a tableland, it's a flat land. If you cross Ngwa, once you enter Ngwa, basically, if you don't know, Udi Hills ends. You know why? Udi, some of you that did geography, Udi Hills, the range of hills where you have hills and you have valley. Like if you go to Olokoro, if you go, there are hills, there are valleys.
There is one statement our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made here. The day he let him repeat that word again. This Zua Joka.
Gospel before, and I'll preach it again. The only reason why they killed Cancer was because the Igbos did not rise up to defend him. That's all. The reason why they did not kill me whilst I was in detention was because of their vengeance. Not Igbo people. Of course, IPOB was formidable. I mean, blocking Head Bridge for 4 days. Who could have done that? And people ask me, why do I keep saying I will sacrifice anything for Biafra? Because they sacrificed everything for.
Today, Ijaw people was mute because Asare Tokumbo is busy lobbying them. All of them are mute because Asare Tokumbo is busy lobbying them not to talk about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But I love the fact that the cloud is gathering. The Igbos is connecting themselves, waiting for the west to blow very, very soon. You see this 2026. Listen, you get what I want to tell you here. Make I tell you, I don't know how you people are preparing. Like, I make a video yesterday when I was reacting to our Deputy Prime Minister's post on X handle yesterday. There is what I want to let you people know. America gbali chakwa ihe niile ha ga-agbali. They will come in conclusion of dividing Nigeria. They not to know. Tinubu know. All of them know. Say the country is gone. And it's gone. This one, you see, this one, America is here now. Oga, forget them. Nigeria don't go. Watch what is going to happen. Pata pata. If Nigeria pass this 2026, pass 2027, you see 2030. Okay, no go pass. Forget them. Nigeria don't go. Nigeria don't go. It don't pass. So let's listen to our leader, Mazen Namdekan. But my brother, you got to prepare, get prepared. Okay, get prepared. Get prepared. I don't know whether they see waiting they happen. If they see waiting they happen. That's why I tell the government of Biafra, USB, let them prepare our land. Let them prepare our land. Whatever they know they should be doing, let them keep doing it. Let the influence of government take over the land. It is true that the government, the only government we have is Biafra. Okay? You don't need to make our currency, plenty in our land. Just introduce few. Just because I know that you are printing the currency. I know that you are doing that. Just introduce few currency into the land. Our military uniform. Okay? Sometimes our militaries go wear and patrol, not be to wear the uniform, go they shoot papa. No. Wear and patrol. Maybe then go relax. Let our commissioners they active. Even let the ambassadors. In fact, you people, the government of United States of Biafra should be doing something in homeland. In homeland. All the mechanisms are supposed to be active, very, very active. Because anything can happen. Forget all this one where Nigeria, they know say Nigeria don't go. They know. You and I, you know. You don't need anybody or soothsayer to begin to tell you. You don't need me where they here now to begin to tell you say Nigeria don't go. Are you not shocked, surprised how suddenly Israel carry Biafra matter on their head? Okay, for your mind now, you think Israel will drop a Biafra matter. You are just playing. They can never drop Biafra matter. It's over. Let's continue.
Head bridge was for 4 days. Avengers came out, mainly a jaw use, came out to say we'll blow up every Nigeria will not export any oil. Their number one demand was releasing Nnamdi from detention. How can I not preach about the unity of these people? Why won't I preach it? I hope that we can learn. I'm going to read the William Commission report for you. More than 98% of people who inhabit this area is called the Igbo Plateau of the Eastern region. Do you know what it's called? It's called a plateau. You know what the plateau is? Like Plateau State. It's a tableland, it's a flat land. If you cross Ngwa, once you enter Ngwa, basically, if you don't know, Udi Hills ends. You know why? Some of you that did geography, Udi Hills, the range of hills where you have hills and you have valley. Like if you go to Olokoro, if you go, there are hills, there are valleys, and other. It ends in Omwai. From Ngwa, it is now flat land all the way to the ocean. That was why the 58 channels. Are you listening? Are you listening? I'm reading the report for you. They are all Igbo and they speak one language, though, of course, with certain differences of dialect. There are nearly 5 million of them, and they are urgent and have pushed outward in every direction, seeking a livelihood by trade or in service in the surrounding areas of the eastern region, in the western region, in the north and outside Nigeria. Because than is usual in the case of an energetic and expanding people whose neighbors have a more leisurely outlook on life. This is simply, you're listening. A white man said in 1958, these people that inhabit the plateau of rivers, I call you Igbocha. You are intelligent. I'm not talking about Igbo people. You are very smart. You diverse. You travel out wide. You're energetic. You're hardworking. But the places you are going to, the people who hate you in the north, in the west, everywhere you go to, they hate you because those people are lazy. That's what the white man said. I didn't say it. It's here now in the paper. Hi. My goodness me. They hate us because we are hardworking. That is why they brought Ahmed Gulag to Owerri and killed him, that they may demonize and kill as many of us as possible. Because we are energetic. We are blessed by God. Everybody is in this together. Everybody in the former Eastern region. This is what a white man wrote about you in 1958. Do you know what the white man said again? As I've been teaching you for a very long time, let me tell you what the white man said. Though there has been no great kingdoms or indigenous culture in the Eastern region, no great kingdom. The only reason why Britain hated us was because they could not have any one man to go to say, oh, tell them what to do. Because we had no kings. But the coastal chiefs means the job people, the coastal chiefs, those who live by the very close to the Atlantic Ocean, they grew on their trade with European merchant ships, simply slavery. That's all they were doing. So some of you that claim you're from a Joe, you're not Biafra, you are saboteurs. It's in your nature. You've been selling your brothers to the white man from time. You know me, I speak the truth. And I damn the consequences. When you see somebody from a John land as a traitor, it didn't start today. They started selling us to the white man. Betrayal is in their blood. Look at Edwin Clark. Look at how Jetta speaks. But I'm not going to generalize. The man that gave us the name Biafra that most Ijaw people said they don't want to identify with is an Ijaw man. That is the most, that is the irony of the whole thing. I thank God for Franco Pigo. I thank God for people I cannot mention their names here because I don't want the police looking for them. From Ijoland. I thank Tompolo. I thank all of them. They know who they are. That have this thing at heart. I'm not saying that Igbo politicians have helped any matters or no, they made it worse. And sometimes I don't blame our brothers from the coastal region. In the year 1999, I've said this story, I've told you this story about 1 billion times over, but I'll say it again tonight. When you were still running around carrying bags for politicians, I left England to try to come to Biafra land to unite this great family. Then there was no IPOB. There was no agitation by anybody. This was before MASOP started. Before anybody mentioned Biafra to anybody. I was at a place called Ogbuna in Igbocha, talking to the local chief, the traditional ruler there. And he said to me, my son, where are your fathers? This particular message you're bringing to me, your father should be bringing it here. A message of hope and reconciliation of our people. Because I sat him down and I lectured him about history and who we are, that we are one people. That was the day that I went to the office of Don Mite of Mosop. Ask him, he will tell you. The year was 1999. We've come a long way, haven't we? It's called consistency. I never change. Ask Mite, the leader of Mosop, what I told him in his office. I met him in his office in Niger Street. I'll never forget. That day, I was coming from the home. I don't know if it's late now, because it's a very long time. I was coming from the home of the traditional ruler of Ogbuna Valley. You know, Hotel Chester is opposite. Ah, dear, let Lord have mercy upon us. They don't know who we are. We have gone very far. Very, very far. I said Mosop. That was where I was copied the name from. Mosop, Movement for the Survival of Ogoni people. That was the #1 freedom fighting movement that was instituted anywhere in the East. They are #1. Mosop was #1. Ogoni freedom fighters, they were #1. It was really merely copied the name because he was too lazy to do anything. So he just copied the name. Are you listening to me? The Rivers pros include Brass and Degema. Brass and Degema were overwhelmingly Ejo. I told about one Brass a while ago where Dieter Spieth came from, where he was sacked a few days ago. They were speaking Igbo dialect. And then there was the Ogoni division. It is all here. In that very place, that time, out of a population in Rivers province of 747,000 people in your so-called River State, 305,000 were Igbo people. 240,000 were Ijo people. 156 were Ogoni people. The only three people mentioned, distinct groups mentioned in River State were Igbo, the owners of rivers, Igbo, Ejo, and Ogoni. Every other subgroup, you must find yourself under either you are Ogoni, you are Ejo, or you are Igbo. And the highest population of Igbo people in River State, the highest population of people in ethnic group in River State, Igbo people, in 1958. Dear me, dear me, dear me, dear me. My goodness. I don't know if I'm to continue or to stop, because sometimes I don't know if our people are actually absorbing what we're telling them. I don't know. Let me tell you what happened. According to the white man said, in the whole of the non-Igbo areas, the Ijo and the Ogoni areas, there were some fear that they're being overrun by the Igbo. The Igbo includes Ikwere people, mind you, in their own land. There was fear of being overrun commercially and politically by the Igbos. If Ahoda and Port Harcourt, which is Igbocha, which are really Igbo, a white man. Wait, are you listening to me? I've forgotten all the. I've forgotten. I have other things to preach, but I want to educate this fool and Channels TV. Yoruba journalists, I want to educate you, because some of you are very daft. You know nothing. I'm reading what a white man investigated and reported upon in 1958. What did this white man say? The white man said, in non-Igbo areas, which is Ijo and Ogoni, they are afraid that Igbo man will overrun them commercially and politically. This Igbo man includes Ikwere man, which is Wike's lineage. Wike's people. They said, if Ahoda and Port Harcourt, which are really Igbo, a white man said, Igbocha is Igbo. The people that colonized you, said, Igbocha is Igbo. It is here. Winning commission that you cried to. You are the people that petitioned him and said, we are minority, we are dying, come and save us. The white man came and said and told you that Ahoda and the Igbocha Port Harcourt are Igbo. It was considered the solid center of Igbo population. The fear and grievances of minorities. Why this commission was set up. After today, I will not read this very subject again. Please make sure, our media team, make sure you cut out this very thing. Anybody who talks nonsense about Niger Delta, South, please cut this very clip and give it to that very individual, so they can receive some sense. I am asking them, I am giving them references. I'm not asking them to just sit in one place and accept what I'm saying. No, I'm asking them to go and do research on what I have said. On what I have said. The allegation was put forward by the counsel to the petitioners that the judiciary was predominantly Igbo, with the implication that this caused fear among those who are not Igbos. But it was clearly stated in the evidence by Dr. Udoma, the leader of UNIP, that no occasion could be adduced of the judiciary acting with partiality. So the white people concluded that the fears of the so-called minorities were unfounded, because this man, Dr. Udoma, came and said to them, show us an instance of impartiality by the judges. And they couldn't show anything. They couldn't. That tells you all you need to know. Some of you know the reason why most people from core areas, which is Cross River, Rivers, and the Goja region in those days were mainly, police officers. It was as a result of this willing commission. He was the one that recommended that, okay, if you're afraid that you're going to be overrun, okay, give them priority in the police service. That's why most of them were in the police. That is a historical fact. It is here. Anyway, when Wike is done, I don't want to educate that fool anymore. Maybe tomorrow channels will interview him again. He'll start talking his usual rubbish as the fool that he is. That is why somebody will go to Ahaba and ban Biafran flag. The same person banning Biafran flag were part of the people that came to the same Ahaba and massacred people in broad daylight. When I look at the irony of the whole thing, it baffles me. When I see people from Ogoni say they want to be part of one Nigeria, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Honestly, I'm horrified. You mean the same one Nigeria that killed Cancer Wiwa? That is where I say that sometimes people are very, very sick in the brain, honestly speaking. The same people today claiming the police, we are banning Biafran flags in Delta State. They know what they are doing. They have been forcing us all this while, trying to frustrate us so that IPOB can say, okay, give us only 5 eastern, southeastern states, let's go. That's what they want. And any day we say they'll give it to us. That is what they want. But we are saying no. Because that wasn't what Elohim told us. God said, these are my children. From Igodomigodo all the way to Bakassi, they are my children. They must be under one house. Different ethnicities, but under one umbrella. Later on, they can go their separate ways. I don't care. But insofar as this fight is concerned, so that when Fulani will be slaughtering you in time to come, we'll simply tell you, we told you so. As I'm telling all of you, I told you so. When I told our people in America, why do you think that they now love us so much in World Igbo Congress? Because I told them in no uncertain terms that these people, they are coming. Yes, they are coming. They said, oh, how do you know? I said, I know, but they are coming. Have they not come today? Are people not running from Omahia, from Obakala, from everywhere yesterday night, saying they have come? I told you they will come. I told you. In the year 2015, I told you they are going. It doesn't matter what you do, they are coming to take your land from you. The same people that stood us up and shot us to pieces in our Asaba is telling us, you don't have any identity. You are what we call you. You are now Delta. But in the north, they call themselves Arewa. In the core north, I don't mean middle belt. The Arewa. No one has actually said to them, okay, from today, your name is Sahel. Since you're from the Sahel region, your name is Sahel. You're all Sahelians. But they can come to my land and say, you are a Deltan. You're a Riverian. You're a Cross Riverian. God have mercy. But you cannot ask them now to drop the name Arewa. They will listen to you. They'll tell you no. They won't drop it. Let us call them the Sahelians. He says that from the Sahel. The death is not in Ebonyi State, is in Ebonyi. People that were wrongly carved into Benue State. That is where the problem is coming from, please. And we are going to do, ESN is going there, we're going to deal with it. In the next few days, you start hearing stories. We're going to deal with it. A little boy wrote to me, and I've read what he said to me, and we're going to respond. In the next few days, men will be on the ground to defend those places. Don't worry about that. We know what we're doing. And I don't want to talk about Wiki again, it's irrelevant. Yeah, let him go and change his pampers and go and meet Tambua. It's Tambua that will deal with him. Anything, he can say whatever rubbish he likes on Channel TV. My only happiness is that when he goes inside the bedroom, Tambua will deal with him. That's my only happiness. That's my only happiness. The killing of Igbo people in Benue State must stop. Governor Otom, a man that I like very much and I respect immensely, the killing in Benue State of Igbo people must stop. And the killing of fact of everybody in Benue State must stop, not just Igbo people. Everybody, the killing must stop. And if help is needed, that help will be provided. Yes, we can. After talking all your rubbish, my happiness is that in the night you'll be crying because Tambua will be on your back and be dealing with you. Be dealing with you. Idiot to the guy. Fool. The killing of people in Benue must stop. And when people are asking ESN to intervene, you must understand that we are fighting many battles at the same time. Exactly what happened during the war. We are fighting Miyetiala, the frontline Fulani terrorist group we have. Imagine what we have to negotiate before we come into your village in Benue. We have to fight Miyetiala. We have to fight the Nigeria police. We have to fight the Nigeria army. We have to fight, I hope going forward, we won't say we have to fight the governors. So let me leave them out for now. We have to fight all the saboteurs, the finger pointers. We have to fight the intellectuals. And we need to overcome Yoruba Gota media. These are the battles we face every blessed day. Tell me a group of people that will face such formidable adversaries and they will survive. But we are here. We are here. So these are the issues that we have to confront, but we are going to Benue and we're going to help them. ESN will be in Benue State and we are going to help Benue people. And we are not coming to take over your land. We are coming to help you. There is nothing. I am a child of heaven. I am Hebraic in my disposition. What it means is that I cannot take any land that doesn't belong to me. Do you understand? That is why in our culture, when you commit an offense where somebody, as a child, you are trained that some capital crimes is a crime against the land, not crime against humanity. You understand? That is why when you want to offer prayers, you take off your shoes and you stand on the land. You pour kai libation, hot drink on the ground itself. That is why if you commit a capital crime, the land which you stand upon, because on that land you're going to build a house, on that land you're going to cultivate, on that land you're going to be buried. This is how the ancients structured our society. So even if nobody is watching you when you want to commit a crime, the land you're standing on is watching you. I can't wait for Biafra to come so we can go back to the way of our ancestors. The old ways, the ways of the ancient. That is why in our land, we abhor things like selling of children. It's an abomination before God and before man. And anywhere you know people from today who are selling children, please let us know. Anywhere you know people, any doctor, any midwife, any hospital, any maternity home involved in the selling of children, please, you notify us so we can go and deal with them. So also is kidnapping. God is against it. Our land is against it. We don't want it. That is why I want to commend the Nnewi Vigilante group for busting a racket. There's a racket going on somewhere around Upo. People selling small children. And do you know one thing? Surprise, surprise, the police are involved in the selling of children in our land. People don't understand the level of atrocities going on in our land every blessed day and the work we are doing to try to stop them. I commend the Nnewi Vigilante Group for doing a very stellar work. And I have also instructed ESN. We have no business with legitimate vigilante groups like the ones we have in Nnewi and in Onitsha. It's only when they try to interfere with our work that they will get into trouble. So we must commend them. And that we now have the name of the maternity. We have the police officers who are involved. And very soon we're going to pay them a visit. Maybe you read about it in the piece of newspapers as well. And another thing that is very worrying is this. There is news making the rounds that we have caught those that killed Ahmed Gulak and we shot them. That's what they said, without going to trial. Now, people are approaching us begging for peace, for truce, and all the rest of it. Let's try and give peace a chance, which is normal. After the very successful lockdown yesterday, let's give peace a chance. I want the Nigeria police, where I'm warning them in Imo State Police Command. I want you to identify all the officers that killed people and tag them the murderers of Ahmed Gulak. You must give us the evidence that you have. Because all this, your plan is not going to work. Katrina Lang, Tinubu, Monguno, El Rufai, all these stupid, idiotic village plan you people made to come and kill a man who is of no consequence to us. A man, we didn't even know who this man was before Sunday. Who is he? A wretched church rat. Who is he to us that we would want to kill him? And I want to warn Yoruba media tonight. From 1967, you people have been part and parcel of the problem of Nigeria. After Nigerian politicians, the next group are Yoruba media, Yoruba journalists. You don't want to leave evil alone for evil to leave you. You people have come back to the same rubbish you were doing before. There is no repentance in you because of money. There is no repentance in you people. No repentance whatsoever. You've been writing your junk, how Ahmed Gulak was killed. And because of that, an innocent man has been murdered in Mina, somewhere. There is something in this life called common sense. And when I insult black people for being stupid or being the closest relatives to a chimpanzee, this is exactly the same. This is the reason why I say the things that I say against black people and the way we reason. Black people are very, very foolish. I don't care if children are listening. We black people are very foolish. Now, let me ask Yoruba journalists one simple question. I don't want to, because Fulani is uneducatable. You can't educate them, they're foolish. I want to ask Yoruba people, these sophisticated morons that claim they went to school, a very simple question. A man of national importance came to Imo State at the instance of the state governor, or say the Senate sent him to Imo State, in a place where there is supposedly insecurity. Is that correct? I want Yoruba journalists to listen to me very carefully tonight, because you people are evil. I don't know if you derive, you people are saddists. I don't know if you derive any joy by twisting the truth. I don't know what you people gain by lying. I don't know. I want to ask you a simple question. If the Senate, as they claim, sent this man to go and conduct constitutional review, of course, we know when they're to ask who posted the for money. He went to Imo State so that Hope can settle him. He was the one that made Hope governor. We know that. Let us take the official government line of Nigeria. That Gulak was in Imo State to do Senate work, open consultation. Man, he's an APC man, but the Senate is not claiming he went to work for them. Let us accept. Where was his security on his way to the airport? According to the police, this is why I keep saying that black people do not reason. According to the police said he never told anybody where he was going to. He never asked for any escort, which means that the man knew that his life was in danger from you people, from the army and from the police, or from those that control you. Does that make any sense at all? Let me finish what I'm saying before I go to this killing of people, 8 people in Omai. I'll talk about it. If you don't want to organize yourselves and fight back, keep on. If you see the army, keep going to them. These are terrorists in uniform, both army and police. I have warned you, you don't want to listen. Go to them now. Your intellectual brother in Lagos or in Abuja, nonsense is our security services. And I asked them, where are the Boko Haram that was recruited into the police and into the army? Where are they? I don't know there was no more killing people. Don't organize yourselves and fight back. Just be there. And everything you want us to do for you, everything we have to do for you. No, we are not. Every able-bodied young man and woman, avoid army, avoid police. If you see them, you attack them. I'm saying it in the open. They are killing people in Oman. Right now, 8 people already shot dead. 8 people killed in Oman now. And you're telling me rubbish about killing people and you want Nigeria. God punish all of you. Idiots everywhere. As I was saying to Yoruba, sophisticated morons, idiots that write for their columnists and all these correspondence that they have. If Gulag was on a national assignment for the Senate, why did this man not tell the army or the police to escort him to the airport? Simple question. Because he knew after meeting Hope also that his life was in danger, because Hope, being a 419 man, had no intention to give him the money that he had promised him. Very simple. Ali Monguno used it as a perfect excuse to kill him. Yoruba newspapers, why have you failed to publish the video of Ahmed Gulag where he was accusing Monguno of corruption and he was praying in Arabic, saying that he is not afraid of any man, that they can do anything they like to him? Did you read it? So, Yoruba journalists, you people are part and parcel of the plan to eliminate and wipe away the Igbo race from the face of the earth. All of you are part of this very plan. That was the reason why, without any investigation, you rushed to conclude that it was IPOB ESN that killed him. How many people have we killed before? You people are part and parcel of this very plan, Yoruba journalists, to kill Igbo people. And you wonder why Yorubas are in Benin Republic in refugee camps. Where I come from is called Akansi Haibahon, the hand with which you have fed poison to other people, you will inadvertently put in your mouth, and you become poisoned. As you're busy writing junk about IPOB and ESN, Fulani al-Shabaab from Somalia are in your land, taking over your territory. By the time you wake up from your stupidity, to be too late. I will ask you again, why would any day there is some form of independent inquiry into the death of Ahmed Gulag, the first question will be, why did he not seek police escort to the airport? Therein lies the answer. And I also want to teach Nigerians, these black animals and called Nigerians, a very simple lesson. Please, a very simple lesson. You know, when there is murder, all of you that may watch murder series, CSI or New York or whatever it's called, all those US movies, you will see it there. If you go to a police station anywhere in the Western world, those of you listening to us from the US or from the UK, if you go to anywhere at all now, go to a police station and ask the policeman, when there is murder, who is the first suspect? If it's a man, the first suspect will be the wife. Because very rarely do people you don't know commit crime randomly. No. His was a targeted assassination. Therefore, it is those who are close to him that will know what happened to him. Any detective in the world, the first place they will start is from his phone book. Who did he have dinner with? The last people that he saw, that is where their investigation will start. In this case, it's Hopos and those in APC. And those he was. In fact, after that, the police will ask you, does he have enemies? I'm just teaching you people what the IG of police doesn't even know. The IG don't know this. Ask any policeman in the world, when you're investigating a homicide, the first suspects are people who are close to the man, starting from the wife, the children, the friends, and the political associates. It is done everywhere in the world. Do you know why somebody close to him killed him? Because he was fearful of his own life. That was why he sneaked out of the hotel. He did not want to let the police or the army to know. If the police and the army do not know his whereabouts, how can IPOB know? Simple question. After all these overwhelming evidence, a Yoruba journalist, what type of God made these people, will sit down and be writing nonsense. Suspects are IPOB and ESN. And I want to ask this, all these years of writing junk and supporting evil, where has it gotten the Yoruba race? Are you people benefiting? Are you having fun in Nigeria? All these years of writing nonsense after nonsense, trying to incite genocide against Igbo people, what have you benefited? Yoruba journalist, I'm asking you. Tomorrow morning night, you write. ESN is a suspect, IPOB. And the man did not even tell the army. He avoided them because he knew his life was in danger at the hands of the army and the police. Don't you get it? And how come those with him in the vehicle were not killed? How come it's only him? Where is the driver of the vehicle he was riding in? Have you interrogated him? The police went to somewhere around Mbisa and killed people, and they're claiming that they're what's it called? We found them. Found them where? With what evidence do you have? And some people are writing rubbish on social media, and you're telling me that the Nigerian army, they deserve to live, that the Nigerian police, they deserve to live. Today in Omaha, 8 people killed, that they deserve to live. God punish all of you evil people. As I said from the beginning, they will kill us, we will kill them. In the end, we are going to win. That's the way it is. Do you know that after our successful lockdown yesterday, Southeast governors are now meeting? People talk about the history of insecurity in the Southeast without starting it from the beginning. They always start it from the middle. Let me ask the governors who are meeting, who brought insecurity into the Southeast and South-South? Simple question. When you hear them, we want peace. I'm asking the Southeast, I was praising them a while ago, but now I'm about to teach them a lesson. I'm asking them, who brought insecurity into the Southeast? Now, let us follow this sequentially. By the time of Operation Python Dance 1, did IPOB kill anybody? What justification did you have to invite the army to come and do Python dance in our land, killing people every year? It's a massive call. Every year they come in as they're doing right now. If you don't know why, I'm told now they've killed 8 young people this night. You know why? Southeast governors, I want to ask you again. When I had meetings with you, August of 2017, did I bring a gun to Enugu government house? When I was doing my rallies, did I kill anybody? For idiots asking me, where are you? When I was there doing my rallies, where were you? Umuokoko. I was doing rallies. I will want to go to a state. Umahi threatened me, if you come to my state, I will carry you there. We had to break their cordon to go and do my rally, and I left. The video is there. Umahi, who brought insecurity. I want to ask Ibaz, when you were looking at the looted goods from my sitting room in government house with the then IG of police, did I kill anybody? In what way did I offend you? We went to a meeting. I went to a meeting with the governors and I told them what I wanted. I gave them my terms and my conditions to call off Anambra elections. That's all. They failed to meet it. In fact, basically they said, go home. We'll call you back next time. Next time they came to kill me. Who brought insecurity into our land? I'm asking them. 2015, the killing of innocent protesters. 2016, Mbo massacre. 2017, the invasion of my house, Operation Python Dance 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know. I lost 28 men. My mom, my dad are both dead as a result of Southeast governors, what they did. I'm asking them. So when you want to sit down to talk about insecurity, please start from the beginning. The same people meeting today to try and discuss insecurity were the ones who caused it. They caused it, not us. And we must all now live with the consequences. Those who want to destroy this country have shock coming their way, says President. Now, this is what the presidency, which is the Fulani cabal, what they have put together. Can I also remind the governors and all these idiots in Nigeria writing rubbish every day? You can't keep people's children and you expect their brothers not to react. It's stupid. It is called vengeance. That'll be vengeance, of course. So you're wearing army uniform, you're killing people, and you think every army officer will be safe. As long as you're going about killing innocent people, you are putting every army person of uniform at risk. The same goes for the police. All those years, you people were not going about slaughtering people. Was there any reaction? You people are the cause. You people, you come out, NSAS protest, you are there killing people. And you think that their brothers or their cousins will not avenge their death. You're joking. You are dreaming. You can write all your fanciful epistle about one Nigeria, insecurity, all that rubbish. From now till thy kingdom come, it will not make any difference to us. No difference whatsoever. If you kill somebody, you're going to die. Be rest assured. Jacob Abu Nakodi and there, God punish all of you. Mad people everywhere. They said the president have written. But of course, we know there's Garba Shehu and El Rufai and Femi Adesina who are writing. You stupid animals called Nigerians. A speech of this magnitude should have been made by the president in person if he's alive. But some of you cannot reason. You want 2023 is the turn of my village and all that rubbish. So Yoruba media, you're demonizing Biafrans over the death of Gulag so that Tinubu can be president. And when they deny him presidency now, like Abiola, you ask Nigerians, come, let's go and demonstrate. Parochialism, that's what it's called. Let me ask, I have some questions to ask. They said the President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday issued a stern warning to those who are bent on destroying the country through promoting insurrection and burning down critical national assets. A rude shock awaits them. What shock awaits me at Yala? Fulani, I'm asking you, from the Caliphate chairman, Sultan of Sokoto, to the last idiot, Alabajide, Janjaweed on the street. I want to ask you a simple question. Let me ask, I want to say this thing. I want to ask Nigerians a question, please. You know, God, black people, in my next life, I can't be a black person. No? I have never seen a more stupid set of people. It may be the way Europeans are treating us, our colonial masters are treating us, is what we deserve. I'm telling you the truth. Maybe we deserve it. You people, you claim you are Nigerians, you went to school. Have you ever wondered why this government, they have never ever criticized ISIS? Every day is Boko Haram this, Boko Haram that. Every day. Have you ever wondered why they have never? I want you to show me one single publication after the atrocities of these Fulani vagabonds and terrorists, where the government of Nigeria condemned ISIS in West Africa province. Show me one publication. It has never occurred to you people in your infinite stupidity. It has never occurred to you. You have never asked yourself, why is it that these people burning down, destroying Plateau State, Benue State, they are now in Niger State? Why can't the government condemn them? Why not? Answer that question. But they are busy talking about agitation. You want to divide. And I want to do something I asked the governors now. I want to ask the Fulani presidency of Nigeria. My dear Fulani Janjaweed, who brought insecurity into Nigeria? A simple question. Which people own the fourth most deadliest terror group in the world? Is it not your so-called headsman Miet Yala? Fulani, who started the bombing of churches in Nigeria? Is it not you people? You are now turning around with the help of the chameleonic Yoruba media to twist the narrative. The same thing I asked the Southeastern governors. Southeastern governors, who brought Operation Python Dance? Before you brought it, did you hear of any violent agitation anywhere? Why people fail to ask these questions, I don't understand. You are in a country you claim is the most populous, the biggest. I'm asking you, why is it that the government do not want to condemn the terrorist activities of ISIS in West Africa? Some of you were there writing. Our general, chief of defense, what's his name again? Atahiru, that idiot. Atahiru, Ibrahim Atahiru. He did very well. He eliminated the Shekau with the help of ISIS. Oh, Nigeria army is now working with ISIS. Now the next question is, what does ISIS stand to gain from Nigerian army? All of you Yoruba journalists, you're there writing junk every blessed day. You cannot reason. You can't reason. Oh, anyway, you're black. How can I expect you to reason in this UG? The same question I asked the governors who are meeting today. Umahi, Ugwani, Obiano, Ipazu, and that time it was Rocha, so Aboga was. Who brought insecurity into the East? Who brought the army to start killing innocent young people? Simple question. The same question goes to Yoruba journalists tonight, those evil people, and Fulani Caliphate. Fulani, let me ask you, who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Fulani, who were the first people to bear arms openly in Nigeria as civilians? Is it not you people claiming you're Fulani cattle headsmen with AK-47? Please, somebody should go and get me that video I shot at Amansia very, very many years ago. I think it was 2014 or so. Go and get it and show them. You people were the first to carry AK-47. So Fulani can carry AK-47, but not Eastern Security Network. Protecting the people. I want we black people to engage our brain for once. I know we are idiotic. I know we are animalistic in our disposition, but I want us to reason for once in our lives. Reason, stupid black people, reason for once. Who brought insecurity to Nigeria? The same people that brought insecurity into Nigeria are today lecturing us about insecurity. As a rock, what has been happening in the North over these years? Is there anybody left in Zamfara, in Yobe, in Borno? You abandoned all these hot spots of Fulani terrorism. You are interested in the East. He issued a stern warning. Let me tell you something, Fulani. You underestimate us. You don't know that we went to school. I didn't go to school in the zoo, you know. I went to UNN. I went to Soka. They were talking rubbish every blessed day, and I left the useless place. I went to London to study. You don't know we're educated. You have no bloody idea. Now, let me tell you something, Asorok. That thing you're looking for, you're going to get it. We are going to have another war. Another Nigeria Biafra war is going to happen. In fact, it started already anyway. Well, let me tell you something that you don't understand. This war will escalate to the point whereby the world will want to see you. They want you to address the world as to what is happening. That day, that mask you're wearing, I'm talking to Yusuf Abubakar Mohammed from Niger Republic wearing Buhari mask. That mask you're wearing will melt on your face during the meeting. Because now the world will summon you to, you'll be summoned to attend. That your mask will melt on your face. Then the zoo will be in trouble. You don't know that's a method of madness. I told you. Some of you right now cannot go back to your villages. It's been taken over by bandits. You did not see the video of the young man lamenting in Zamfara. You have not done anything. A government that is working with ISIS, Islamic State, is lecturing us about insecurity in the East. You people should come. Come now. You have killed 8 no more here today. Maybe tomorrow or next, 16 of you will die. It's simple now. You write your rubbish, you call your lament, you send more soldiers, you bring them, and they will die. You bring more, and they will die. God punish all of you. You want to be clever. Like Southeast governors, they want to be clever. Insecurity. Who brought Operation Python dance? I'm asking them. Who fired the first shot? I'm asking them. Who brought the army to start killing people? I'm asking them. Now the people are saying enough is enough. You are talking insecurity everywhere. Insecurity everywhere. INEC said, it doesn't matter. We conduct election. Come and conduct and let us see. In Anambra in November. I'm laughing in Greek. In Anambra election. You think we are going to beg people, oh, stay at home, don't come out. No. There'll be no election in Anambra in November. Instead, heaven will fall. That'll be known. Watch and see. Watch and see. That we'll put on video. I ain't about cinema. We'll put on cinema for you. You'll be watching in November. Come and do election and let us see. Maybe Obiano should prepare to stay in office longer, or they should appoint somebody else because there'll be no election in Anambra State. So you can bring another hope into Anambra. People are joking. The same people bombing, killing, raping, and sacking villages are telling me about insecurity. Is it not the same Asorok that said, the same Femi additional writing rubbish, telling you either give your land for Ruga or your life will go? Are you not the same people? Are you not the same people? They are now trying to tell us about insecurity because people are fighting back. That's all. You bring your army and police as the advance guard. Right now, as I speak, the Fulani hit squad in Abia State is inside Obinze military barracks. Obinze, they are there. That's where they are camped. Every Fulani attacking every village, both in Yoruba land, they quarter them very close to a Fulani-controlled military barracks. That's what they do. I want Nigeria, our country, we need unity. That's rubbish. No wonder white people are racist towards black people and no other race. Because they do. I have discovered what they found out a long time ago, that black people are foolish. They can't reason very well. Somebody who told you that if he loses elections, the monkeys and baboons will be soaked in blood is now telling us, allegedly, about insecurity. The idiots that lost elections and they killed youth coppers, 11 of them, Igbo people, is telling me about insecurity. The person that said an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the North is telling me about insecurity. The people appointed as the spokespeople, chief negotiator for Boko Haram is telling you about insecurity. And you swallow all this nonsense every day. These black people. This work is a burden that Elohim has given to me. It's a burden. And that's why I'm discharging it. I will take one or two of your calls before we bring this program to a close. You know the numbers to call, of course, is on WhatsApp. I'll give you a WhatsApp number to call. Some of you know it already, and some will start calling very shortly. The WhatsApp number to call is +44, is a UK number, 7951278705. The lines are open. I'll take a few calls, please, and try to make some sense. I want to take a few calls, please. +44 7951278705. That is on WhatsApp. If you call us, I will take your call. If you call us, I will take your call. Are they calling already? Somebody's calling already. Let's take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling from. Can you hear me? No, they can't. It says it's connecting. Maybe the network is very poor. The network is very poor. Let's take this one on signal. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, please. Your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is cr1s1s. I'm calling from Hungary.
From Hungary, please go ahead. We're listening.
Sir, please, what I have to say that is this. Please, all these army barracks in our land, we need to flush them away. All these army barracks. These are terrorists in uniform.
Of course, they're terrorists.
That's army. They are terrorists. We need to flush them out of Biafra land. This is my contribution, sir.
Thank you very much. And that is why I keep asking people. I keep asking Yoruba journalists. You people are supporting Fulani because of Tinubu. All those Boko Haram terrorists recruited into the army, where are they?
Yes.
Where are they? How do we know that the Olopa on the road is a German police officer or a terrorist in uniform? How do we know? How do you distinguish? Nobody can tell. Tomorrow, our Nigeria, we want to vote in 2023. We vote out and we put in useless set of idiots. Thank you for your call, my dear brother. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
So, my name is Naifai, calling from Germany.
Yes, go ahead.
I beg, wait, I want to talk because the way that they kill our people for Biafra land, and all they have, we are the shed tears. Anytime I receive dead body. Not because I just tire. The world need to come rescue.
The world cannot do anything. The world wants you to be killed. The world hates you. You defend yourself. I have told them. Now listen to me very carefully. I have told our young people, you enter the bush. Enter the bush. I told you during NSAS, they did not listen. Good life, watching Champions League, supporting foreign football clubs have gotten into their brain. Enter into the bush. Ambush every army vehicle you see. There are things you can do. You can put nails on the road. You can cut down trees. You can block them and you kill them off. Why are we all the time lament? We keep lamenting. I'm not interested in that rubbish. I don't want to hear any lamentation. Do something about it. It's called the guerrilla war. Do something about it. Do something about it. The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, let me go and take this other one. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Bobina. It's from here in Pennsylvania, USA.
Pennsylvania, USA. Please speak in English, please. The world is listening. Speak in English. The world is listening.
Okay. I'm calling from USA, Pennsylvania.
Please go ahead.
Manzi, thank you very much for everything you are doing for Igbo people and Biafra as a whole. I'm taking this opportunity to greet you and say, may God Almighty continue to bless you and strengthen you in Jesus' name.
Yes, sir.
Manzi, I want to make my contribution that I think that our problem is not even anybody else but our leaders, our Igwes. All these people that comes out on TV to talk nonsense about Igbo people or Biafra people and about our struggle. I think it is the high time we must not wait for ESN or IPOB. As a youth, any place you are, All these our Igwes, because you can see that the Abuja control the governor and the governors control our elders. My uncle is Igwe. I'm from Mudziamokwe. Every year they give them car, they pay their salaries, they build mansions everywhere. Now, if we're able to capture our leaders, if you watch like the Yoruba leaders, the Yoruba agitators, they do the work, they hold their elders, but we don't have our elders. We lost them to the governors, and the governors obey we lost our elders to the governors, and the governors obey Funani. So if we can be able to organize ourselves, we don't need to wait for ESN, we don't need to wait for IPOB. Any other group of people, anyway, all these our egos that talk nonsense. Once they finish saying anything, they talk on TV. Once they are at home, we make sure that their houses are burned down, their cars are burned down. Then you see that they'll come out on TV. When they ask them questions, they'll start shaking their mouth. So this is a collective work for everybody, not only IPOB. Anybody that listens to me all over the world, it is time for us Igbos, for us Biafrans. Don't wait for Nnamdi Kanu, don't wait for IPOB, don't wait. Even if you are two people, put a bottle of fuel in a bottle, set it fire, throw it there, it will catch fire. We must not wait for it.
Thank you. They will see them coming. You will be in your upstairs. You will see them with only 2 hillocks coming to arrest somebody or to kill. You'll be there tweeting, oh, they have come. They only have one exit, one entry, one. Why don't you block it and firebomb them? And they will roast to death. And you'll be at so every time it's give us gun. And I'm asking you a simple question. Have you read Yoweri Museveni's The Mustard Seed? If I give you a gun, what are you going to do with it? So you just go outside and start shooting anything anyhow? The person coming to kill you has a gun. Take it from him and kill him. Look at Ambazonia, how they're doing it. You are there watching Champions League. You support Man U. You support Chelsea. You want to kill goat. You want to wear Chelsea uniform. London is quiet, where Chelsea is, and you're busy making noise. Hausa with cow, going to church with cow, and you're telling me that black people are normal. Of course, we're not normal. We're a bunch of idiots. I'm telling the truth. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Good evening, I can't hear you. Your voice is very deep. Please speak up.
My name is Chukze and I'm calling from Lagos.
Go ahead, please. We are listening now. Sir? Go ahead, yes.
Okay, sir. I am from Ebonyi State.
Yes.
And my contribution this... Yes, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Go ahead, go ahead.
My name is Chukze and I live in Lagos, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, sir. I am from Ebonyi State. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, I am boiling. First of all, I want to thank you for what you have been doing for us. But as I'm talking to you now, I want to become a suicide bomber. I need a gun. I want to go back to...
You don't. Let me tell you something. If we distribute gun to everybody that says they need a gun, it will become a free for all. That is not how it is done. You come back, you are trained properly. You cannot be, if you're not into what we are doing, how can we just give gun to anybody to go out on the street and start shooting everything that moves? You need to use your brain first of all. If you know that they are coming, you funnel them into a kill zone. They don't know hey, I don't know how you need to, or is it everything I will say live on air? My goodness. Somebody is coming to kill you. All of you cannot organize yourselves. You don't know what's the guerrilla war? Guerrilla war is not face me, I face you. You shoot me, I shoot you. No, you ambush them. Let's say now they're coming from Enugu to, let's say, to Aba to come and kill. You know that, people, we claim we have brain, but sometimes we don't use it. You know that thing they use to stop a vehicle? You can go and get a plank, put nails on it. The roads are not well lit. You scatter the nails on the road. Since people want me to be saying it in the public, their tire will deflate. They will park there. And then you hit them from the nearby bushes. That's how these things are done. Do I have to be telling you these things all the time? It's called a guerrilla war for a reason. You lure them in and you kill them. We outnumber them. By the time they keep dying in our land, they will stop sending more to come. It happened before. and it's going to happen again. Please, people should stop saying, give us. What have you done? You are there. You people are over 5,000 people, and only 16 people with 4 Hilux vans will come into your place and kill and drive away. Do you have army at Ungwa High School in Aba? You cannot surround them and take their guns from them. Is that what you're telling me? Everybody's anyway. Let us go and celebrate Chelsea. Our people, they're celebrating Chelsea. Chelsea won this UG, as if they know who you are. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please?
Yes, Master.
Please, your name and where you're calling from.
Here. Yes, sir. My name is Chimdike. I'm calling from Texas, US.
Please raise your voice for me. Raise your voice for me.
That is fine. Can you hear me better now, Master?
It's better now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Mazi. I am originally from Umuahia, and I am happy for the compliance rate yesterday in Umuahia. But there is something. Umuahia is not a business hub. It's just very scarcely populated. So getting people to want to do something in self-defense is difficult. Like the last caller who talked about who lives in Lagos and talks about what is happening in Ebony. I think we should encourage him to go back home, join IPOB and do the needful. But the Umuahia people, having complied yesterday, Mazi sends a signal to us IPOB members and to you in the management that they are ready now. These people are ready to take the bull by the horn. The people dying, my family and all those people are dying in Umuahia right now. Mazi, I think that a little more motivation will do. We are ready to do whatever we can to support. If we have to support them to learn how to produce lime mines and all those things to get these people out of the place. But if IPOB families in Umuahia can rally people more, the young people more, to teach them what to do. Ojuku Bunker is located there. We have all been there. We know that we can do better than this. But a little bit more motivation will do, because this having invaded Umuahia now and seeing that there is almost no resistance, they will not leave that place. Mazi, you have talked about Molotov cocktail and everything that can be done, but I feel like there needs to be an infusing of energy into the people to take the bull by the hand.
We are going to do it. Don't worry about that. Yes. We are going to kill them. People should watch and say, you know, our people are very, there is a way we will rise up now to go against them. I'm telling you, Igbo people in Lagos, especially in Lagos, you know that place produces a lot of rubbish. They will start writing nonsense. They will be the one that will volunteer themselves. Oh, I'm Igbo. I'm a Biafran. He's not more Biafran than me. But I will also ask people to ask themselves this question. Why do you think that Yoruba doesn't report the killing of our people by the army and the police? I don't understand it. I don't know why they do it. I'll leave it to them and their conscience. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? They're not ready. The caller on the line, can you hear me? For the last time, the caller on the line, can you hear me? No.
Hello.
No, you are wasting time. I have no time to waste. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I will ask again. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I don't know if they can't. I don't know why they can't hear me. I have no idea. Can you hear me? No, they are wasted. They want to hear their own voice. And on that note, we have come to the end of our program this very evening. I thank all of you for listening. And as always, for some people, Biafra can be whatever they want it to be, but to us, it is our religion. And here on radio, Biafra is where we worship, because Almighty God, Elohim, as we read in the book of Psalm today, which I urge each and every one of you to recite, is our God. I thank you very much for listening, and believe it or not, with all the love in my heart from me from here, good evening.
Tell you that Nigerians are insincere people, you must believe me.
That's right.
There is something dishonest, a people that is incapable of human development and civilization. Once you are a zoo, monkey, or baboon, you must live your life in infamy, because you are a Nigerian. Yoruba man has spoken. Nigerians are not sincere. As I didn't tell you before. He's a Nigerian, no? He's telling you that their people are not sincere. Did I not tell you before that they are not sincere? You want to know what is insincerity? I will give it to you the way it is. Because the zoo is patently evil.
Yes.
Nigeria is evil. Do you know how much they stole? 400 billion pounds is in Europe, is in Asia. According to UK group, Russian zoo, the amount of money they steal will start off a tsunami. 400 billion, very close to $1 trillion, an amount of money that can build second Niger bridge, pay for free education for every child, make sure that all roads are built, you have running water, you have electricity, your university is funded. 400 billion pounds stolen by the monkeys, and blame it on these people. You have 400 billion pounds stashed in 3 continents. Tell you that Nigerians are insincere people, you must believe me.
That's right.
There is something dishonest, a people that is incapable of human development and civilization. Once you are a zoo, monkey, or baboon, you must live your life in infamy because you are a Nigerian. Yoruba man has spoken. Nigerians are not sincere. As I didn't tell you before. He's a Nigerian, no? He's telling you that their people are not sincere. Did I not tell you before that they are not sincere? You want to know what is insincerity? I will give it to you the way it is. Because the zoo is patently evil.
Yes.
Nigeria is evil. Do you know how much they stole? 400 billion pounds is in Europe, is in Asia, according to UK group. Russian zoo, the amount of money they steal will start off a tsunami. 400 billion, very close to $1 trillion, an amount of money that can build second Niger bridge, pay for free education for every child, make sure that all roads are built, you have running water, you have electricity, your university is funded. 400 billion pounds stolen by the monkeys, and blame it on these people.
Be tried in a
So my people, I believe say on I don't listen and hear from our leader Mazen Namdekan. This video, those of you who started watching from the beginning should try to share this video to any group that you see all these people that is suffering from identity crisis. This video will definitely help them. You understand? Share the video, give them, and like the video. If you have anything to say, you say it now that I am here before I close. You understand? So I thank you for those of you that have been here or listening to our leader. Maybe these few days I will be bringing our leader's message because this time around I am too busy. So maybe as early as next month now we'll begin. We'll start our normal broadcast. But for now, we're going to bring our leaders a message to help us because this particular message you're listening to now, truly, if you are suffering from identity crisis, even what happened to this man, the guy in Imo State sometimes ago, years ago, you hear when you listen to our leader Mazen Amdekano, you don't need to ask questions of what happened to the man. You understand? He really touched a lot of things here. Because if you are bringing his old video like this, you will be refreshing your memories of what he said then. You understand? So maybe tomorrow I'll try to bring some video. Even there is last maybe 2 to 3 broadcasts he made before he was kidnapped. He said a lot of things. What will be unfolding, that is unfolding now. You know, a lot of things is going on, especially where we are, especially the career agitators, all these people that is moving around now, all these career agitators, moving from one group to another, looking for where they will be paid. Yes, so even that video where he made mention that any day that our women in America start take over this struggle, that you should know that Biafra has come. I will look for that broadcast. You understand? So that if you play this broadcast to all these career agitators, that is saying that Ngozi Rabese is not doing it well, they leave the government now for over 1 year now. Over 1 year, we are running closer to 2 years now. They have never presented anything. They have never do anything. They have never done anything exceptional. They have never done anything exceptional. Instead, oh, Ekwasere. The woman is not doing it well. She's not doing it well. But when you take it over southeast, our people, man, we don't have any options. Yeah, don't have options. So our leaders broadcast now waiting we supposed to the sometimes like this we go to bring them the help all these career agitators. At least if there is those that is suffering from identity crisis that watched this video that I played now, the message of our our leader Mazen Namdekano, definitely it will definitely help you, because our leader Mazen Namdekano really touched a lot of things. Our leader Mazen Namdekano, he touched a lot of things that if you are from Ijo, you are from wherever you come from in so-called Niger Delta or South, I don't think there is no how you watch that video and still remain confused. You understand? Still remain confused. Because whether you like it or not, people know where is the right place. USB. and nothing anybody can do about it. You understand? So there is video I want us to watch now. Maka ndị a na-agba na-eje na-akọ na-akọ mgbu for how many years now? Anyị na-echekwa ha ka mara ma o nwere ihe ha ga-eme. Ha emenwere anything. No. They no fit do anything. You understand? So let's watch this video. Maka ke ghara iso ndị a, all these career agitators that has nothing to offer. Nothing. Only thing they have to offer is to equasily answer from one platform to another. Answer from one platform to another. Or you can answer from one platform to another. For nsogbu ha nwere. I'm coming avail. I don't know what's going on here. What's going on here? So, ekwasịrị achọghara ebe a ga-eme ha nke a mee ha nke ọzọ. Let's watch this video of our DPM. Maka ka ha nọ na-akụ iri. Ka ha nọkwa ebe a na-akụ mgbu. Sorry. Ka a nọ ebe ahụ na-akụ mgbu, nwaanyị ka ndị mmadụ nọkwa na Nigeria na-ehe eri. Ịghọtago? Sorry. Ebe m jere metụ ihe aka. Ị nọrọ na eso na ada emeti ọfụma. Ngwa bido nke gị. Mee n'ihe ahụ esi na nwaanyị emetarọ. Datin esi na nwaanyị a na ọ bụrụ ihe o kwesịrị na-eme. Mee niile ka anyị fụ. Cha for where? Mee ya ka anyị fụ. For where? For where? Ị ga-eji wee mara na ndị a. These people, they no work. These people, they no work. Ya ga na-akwụ ha ụgwọ. They no work. Onye nwa mere, whatever you are doing, you should be very, very careful. Shine your eyes. Ekwukwele onye ọbụla ghọrọ ya gị. Like the way I am seeing things now, this 2026, God is about to answer our prayers. God is about to answer our prayers. This 2026, I don't know how it will happen. I don't know what will happen, but listen to me. You see this one America is doing. Yeah? Have it in mind. After everything, they will divide Nigeria. Just believe me. To divide Nigeria is sure banker. Forget everything. You see all this one where they do. This one that Congressman Rallimore submitted to to Trump recently. My brother, forget him. That thing document he submitted to Trump recently. They must land. If you watch, you notice that America and Israel are working hand to hand, and they are saying something. This one is that Israel come out openly. Imagine the matter of Israel being discussed in Israel parliament. In Israel parliament. Israel parliament. Israel parliament na Jerusalem. Ichena n'okwu abro. I beg you, give one video that I want to lift. Parliament. You know, kwa ka ihe niile na-akọ. So
Madam Bow 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 Ụtarị na-apịa ndị iro egwu na-agba ndị iro DPM anyị Ngozi Orabueze Ngozi Orabueze Ngozi Orabueze Madam Bow Bow Now Mama be this, so we no get any other one. Now Mama be this, I can head for Akajakwanyi o. Ojimoke mogo. Hey! Ewo Ojimoke mogo. Ase moving train. Akamari. Nipa kwa ni oku ka na eme.
Homeland. But let's watch the video finish first.
Because we dey go put mother general. Hey! Ihe anyị na-eme shi ike. Ihe anyị na-eme ba anụ gbaje gba ya gbakịrị aje, agba ọjọọ ọzọ agbakịrị aje egbe. Anyị na-agbanyere fuel na moto taa. Ihe ahụ moving train like zen. Anyị na-agbanyere fuel na moto. Yes, otu ọnwụ na osi, otu ọnwụ na ọra. Ọ jigosi na nne ka ọnwụ. Maka ọ na-agwụ mmadụ jee ije na-abata. Ogodu na onwe ihe ọ kpatara ogodu isi bread o wetara mmanya ọkụ ya. Ndị ba ya ọkwa na eziokwu. Biko na ego anyị na-enye ewu. Ọgwụkwa na fundraising ka ọ na-aba o. Anyị si ya were that camera, that latest camera ahụ kpughere kpuchikwa back. Ka anyị si ya were agbere anyị fuel. Ndị ba ọkwa na egwu ka na-eme.
This thing in our favor now, but to tell you that our people know the right place. You understand? Onwero kamado gebukata ebuarikata propaganda. Ibuarikata propaganda. Ifilie na ihe di ocha. No ibuarikata propaganda ihe di ocha bia dizi oji. Mobi ihe di oji bia dizi ocha. It's not possible. It's not possible. will make sorry corruption, please. Was called. So this is to tell you now our people this is to tell you that our people know the real place. And one thing you should understand is that Israel, let me tell you, so many countries are getting ready to recognize Biafra. If you monitor how things is going, you understand, you will know that so many countries are waiting to recognize Biafra, but they are monitoring and watching to know the movement of Israel and America. Yes. And if you still watch the update of our DPM, that update let's read this first. Also, press release: 99.9% of Biafrans in homeland and diaspora fully support the newly declared United States of Biafra. Make una wait, e be like say na here again wetin dey talk about Congressman Raleigh Moore that I want us to touch hand now before I stop. He said 99.9% of Biafrans in homeland and diaspora fully support the newly declared United States of Biafra, USB, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Watch the joy and singing from USB citizens in homeland praising Dr. Orabueze, USB, Orabueze and USB. The song says the first video praises the mother of Biafra freedom, and the second video praises USB for stabilizing our homeland. Wait, okay, here. This is where he made that statement about Congressman Raleigh Moore. She said, I thank our allies for respecting the independence of the USB and not including them in their report. The report has clearly shown there is nothing like farmer headers clash in Nigeria, but a calculated, systematic plan to Islamize indigenous Nigeria. Yes, Osege at Raleigh Moore. Yes, because some of you don't know that if not the help of our Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, maybe the enemies would have pushed that man to include Biafra as the cause of insecurity in Nigeria. But I believe our Deputy Prime Minister make sure that he work on that side. Then she continued here, said the USB government is committed to a peaceful coexistence with our neighboring country Nigeria. Happiness depends on acquiring a moral character where one displays the virtues of courage, generosity, justice, friendship, and citizenship in one's life are restored to. Those who bring sunshine to the life of others cannot keep it from themselves. James, Matthew, Barry, Biafrans are happy, peaceful people. So, my people, Chukwu Azagaye Ekpere. That's just all I want to let you know. But I still repeat, the government of United States of Biafra should do something and wait for Biafra recognition. Let them put every mechanism in place. At least there is some minor, although there is nothing among all those things that is minor, but there is some things you will introduce. No, I don't support that. But there is minors. Let me not just call any of it minor, because something like our currency, not introduce it fully, you understand, but you kind of partially let our currency be partially be in our land, so that na ndị agama that na ndị ha nọ n'ibefa nwekwa plans like our military uniform. Ọ bụrụ maka fanwe ịpụta gbaba kpakpa, but at least ha nwere ike ha pụta like ghost barrier halakwukwu again. All those kind of things will be given a kind of signal. And our Radio Biafra, although it has been long I tuned into Radio Biafra due to I'm very, very busy. You understand? So Radio Biafra should people should be working on that radio, making sure that they are sending out messages. You understand? So many things should be make sure that so many things be in place, because Biafra may be recognized anytime. The way Israel is pushing shows that they may recognize Biafra any moment from now. Now, true, I tell you, because the woman behind the reason Israel is talking about the recognition, talking about Biafra in their parliament. The woman behind that married to an Igbo man. You understand? She married to an Igbo man, and the woman were on in Israel. Oh, yeah, Budimata Nishi. Oh, yeah, I found the video here now. I would have bring the video up. Now the woman carried the matter for head. Let me, did I say I go look for the video. Let me check. Let me check to bring that video so that you go see him. We're not confused, but convincing you should know that na Biafra gafe go that level. Sorry, I'm coming. There is video I want to show you. I want to show you this video. I want to know if I'll bring up this video for you to see. You understand? To bring this, you know, if I will see this video. because I'm coming. Get one video where I want to show you so that you will know exactly what is going on in Israel. You understand? What is going on in Israel is not what you will take for granted. You understand? I will take. Okay. The video they look for. Like, the video no be see don't they here. Okay. I don't see where the video there. I don't see where the video there. I don't see, okay. Realize the video release. Now the video release. So that now, which giga, which giga there? Oh, I brought a video. Sorry, Alvarez, this is not the video I am looking for. The video I want to show you, I don't know if it will take so much time to bring up this video because I go a long way to know if I will. Okay, I don't see the video now. So this video you are seeing here right now, this video I want to show you here right now is the comment. The video is here, and I want you to see something. So watch this video. Watch this video. Watch this
Image of starving children, we all remember as kids the bloated bellies, became an international symbol of despair. Those images shook the conscience of the 60s world.
So you see this woman here. I don't know if
But the world remained silent, and the siege continued until their surrender.
Standing with this guy in a
The casualty numbers are incredibly high.
She's the cause of the
Estimates indicate that since the end of the war until today, about 2.5 million people have been butchered.
Married to an Igbo guy, you understand? So maybe the husband.
Overall, throughout the years, we're talking about a loss of about 6 million souls. 6 million, a chilling number, shocking and reminiscent of something. Of what we experienced as Jews. This number shakes the heart and the very foundations.
But even before here,
today, the situation there is worsening due to fanatical, extremist Muslims seeking to take over this territory under the guise and even encouragement of the central government.
Benjamin Netanyahu said about
the Igbo people face a cruel choice, which they faced in the past: convert, assimilate, become Muslim, die, or live in perpetual exile. And I ask a rhetorical question: why should we?
Let me show you the video.
Does Jewish conscience compel us? Does Jewish conscience compel?
Let me show you the video. Make I show you waiting Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that you should understand. Oh. Oh. That you should understand and know that Israel are coming and they are very, very serious. Honestly, they are serious. They are very, very serious.
Conscience compel us to intervene and help, and I conclude, sir, and say to him, thank you for all you do. In these times, I conclude by saying, the foreign ministry must raise this issue on every platform.
Let me bring this video I want to bring up.
In every international
Discussing brothers thanking, we should be praying and thanking God for remembering Biafrans and also keep praying because listening to waiting Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Be understood. No. Faith should speak its voice, and terrorism should be confronted, not understood, confronted and defeated. And that is what we're engaged in right now. So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition. They go to Europe, they go to the United States, they go to Africa, Nigeria.
Yeah.
And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria. And
you will still hear why this man make this statement, because before now, Benjamin Netanyahu never say anything about the genocide that is happening in Nigeria. But suddenly, he make this statement because of the statement of Shetima, the vice president of ZOO. So he make this statement. Let's hear him. Then after that, you hear the statement of Shetima that warranted this man to make this statement.
Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond, beleaguered communities who deserve our help. Just as you're helping us, we want to help back. And we're capable of doing that. In Africa with intel, in the Middle East with a lot of means that I won't itemize each one. But this is what our agenda is. It's the main part of our agenda. And it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year.
I want you now, what you should do now is to like, comment, hear why share this make that statement. This is why believe so much in the country. So
military tactics may win battles measured in months and years. But
this man where you see here now, although see what they write on top of this video, I don't know if you are seeing it. See what they write on top of this video. Two-state solution. US and Israel will definitely implement two-state solution in Nigeria. Before this man, before I see this this write-up on this video, I don't even hear prophecy. One man of God prophesies that Israel, that America will divide Nigeria into two. I don't even hear him by now. Read what you see on the on top of that video. He said two-state solution. US and Israel will definitely implement two-state solution in Nigeria. And if you do it like that, it will be easy for us to let go. You understand? So this man here now go for World Summit. When he went to World Summit, he went there, go the threatening Israel, that Israel don't want to let Gaza and Palestine be. Because of that, they will do this and that. Because of that, they will do this and that. That is why Israel will say, okay, so this man don't know there is a country, people that is in their country that is seeking to leave their own country. For that, we will remember those people. So let's hear waiting in talk here, where they threatening Israel about Gaza and Palestine.
In wars that span generations, it is values and ideas that deliver the ultimate victory. We are despised by terrorists because we choose tolerance over tyranny. Their ambition is to divide us and to poison our humanity with a toxic rhetoric of hate. Our difference is the distance between shadow and light, between despair and hope, between the ruin of anarchy and the promise of order. We do not only fight wars, we pit and shelter the innocent victims of war. This is why we are not indifferent to the devastations of our neighbors near and distant. This is why we speak of the violence and aggression visited upon innocent civilians in Gaza, the illegal attack on Qatar, and the tensions that scar the wider region. It is not only because of the culture of impunity that makes such acts intolerable, but because our own bitter experience has taught us that such violence never ends where it begins.
Statement. Israel this statement, Israel Biafran.
Yes. We do not believe that the sanctity of human life should be trapped in the corridors of endless debate. That is why we say,
God is really
without stuttering and without doubt, that a two-state solution remains the most dignified path to lasting peace for the people of Palestine. For too long, this community has borne the weight of moral conflict. For too long, we have been caught in the crossfire of violence that offends the conscience of humanity. We come not as partisans, but as peacemakers. We come as brothers and sisters of a shared wall, a wall that must never reduce the right to live into the currency of devious politics. The people of Palestine are not collateral damage in a civilization searching for order. They are human beings, equal in worth, entitled to the same freedoms and dignities that the rest of us take for granted. We want to make the choice crystal clear. Civilized values over fear. Civilized values over vengeance. Civilized values over bloodshed. We show the opportunities that peace brings, just as the extremists hope to drive apart rival communities and different religions. We work through multilateral platforms within the rule of law to build the consensus and support that makes this immensely difficult and dangerous task that much easier. This is how we deny our enemies the space they crave to fuel tension and despair. It is our experience that this offers the best, perhaps only hope for peace, reconciliation, and victory for the civilized values of Asia.
Okay. Make we listen to Joseph Okechukwu.
There has been a tremendous
Joseph
renewal in
Okechukwu
religion,
will
faith, Christianity,
a
and
kind of
belief
throw
in
more
God.
light
And a big part of that had
about
to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk.
that video you just watched now. You understand? Joseph Okechukwu will throw more
Hi
light
everyone, I hope you're all
about the
doing
video
great
just watched.
today. A very happy new year to you. This is gonna be my first video in 2026. To be honest with you, it was not easy to make this video, but I told myself I have to make it, not just for me to wish you a happy 2026, but also so that I can set the record straight on so many misconceptions out there regarding President Trump's plan to deliver the persecuted Christians of Nigeria. There have been a lot of videos, people saying all kinds of stuff. I've seen too many emergency political analysts or geopolitical analysts saying all kinds of stuff just based on certain templates that they were already used to. But understand this, like I always said, international politics is very fluid and it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of stuff. It's something that changes with time. And if you don't flow with the change, you're going to get carried away by what you are coming from. For instance, if you had an experience with a particular president of the United States of America, you might be standing the risk of translating the actions of the next president of America based on the experience you have with the previous president, forgetting that policy changes happen when presidents change. Okay. And there are so many other dimensions and dynamics that actually are not static. They are very dynamic. So you have to be flexible and dynamic enough to be able to understand what is going on. Now, let's come down to what has been going on. You know how that there has been a massive campaign, a massive outcry, in fact, global outcry against Christian genocide in Nigeria. You know how that started, how that Bill Maher, the American journalist and comedian, how that he raised alarm, and then the thing caught fire all over the place and everybody started talking about Christian genocide in Nigeria, and all the madness that's been going on in Nigeria began to come out now because the mainstream media never reported any one of these things. But today, the rest is history. Everybody now knows about the genocide that's been going on in Nigeria for the better part of the last 15 to 17 years, if not even more than that. And nobody was talking about it in the media. All we've been hearing about was Palestine, 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 Palestine. And the moment President Trump decided to step in, people began to claim that, oh, he's trying to come and take our oil, he wants to take our minerals and all kinds of stuff. And I've had to address that in the past. But now, let's cut straight to the chase, right? I want to give you a historical background of why we are where we are today. I want to tell you exactly what is going to happen and why what is going to happen is actually going to happen. Many people do not know where this whole thing started. You know that Bill Maher made a video and everybody started talking about the genocide, but you don't know what happened before that. I told everyone in one of the videos I made, I think that video needs to be showed. Maybe I'm just going to play that video for you to see briefly, so you can see how that I spoke about Israel's involvement. And just in the last week alone, a lot of people have now seen Israel has come out in the open and talked about this. In fact, the day the United States of America bombed Sokoto, the Kurawa terrorist group, their base in Sokoto was bombed. The same day that Donald Trump ordered for the bombing of that base, that terrorist base, it was that same day that Benjamin Netanyahu, for the first time in his Christmas Day message, mentioned the Nigerian situation. This was probably about a week or two after I had made a video to tell you guys that Israel is definitely going to get involved in this because Israel is going to stand a major risk if the terrorists of Nigeria are allowed to gain access to the oil wealth of Nigeria. Listen briefly to that video right now.
Of all the three major tribes in Nigeria, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, the Igbos are the only ones who have staunchly, vehemently resisted the introduction and imposition and spread of Islam in their territory. They have resisted it vehemently. Till this day, Igbos make up 99.something% Christian or animists or traditional worshippers. And that's why they don't take Igbos for granted. They're going to plan well. They're going to use everything within their power, and they will invade, and they will hit, and they will hit from every corner and make sure that everything bows to them so that they can take. But you know the caveat here. Going to Igbo land isn't just about taking them because of the fact that they have not allowed Islam to thrive. There is something, the oil. The eastern part of Nigeria is the oil belt. And everybody is scared that the moment they lay a hold on the oil belt, that Abuja will be the next one that will fall. And when that happens, you have a whole nation, the most populous black nation on earth, with the biggest oil wealth you can think of in Africa, in the hands of terrorists. Do you see how quickly they will spread their extremist ideology across the continent of Africa? And how that they will now be able to fund serious attacks on Israel. Israel will probably be the hardest hit from what will happen in Nigeria.
At the time I was making this video, nobody believed that Israel was going to get involved. But then, by the time you finish watching this video today, you will understand how that Israel had been involved from day one. I will tell you how that happened, who made it happen, and why Nigerians must brace themselves for what is coming, because there is no going back at this stage. Let's go back to many years ago. The Bauchi state governor was on Channels Television, and Chamberlain and a few other guys were asking him questions about a topic that came up that people were rumoring on. Everybody thought that topic was just rumors. They were just a lie. The guy literally came out and admitted that the Nigerian federal government was funding the influx of Fulani people from all over the world. Like literally the border was being collapsed completely for Fulanis to walk into Nigeria in droves from different parts of Africa. He mentioned Gambia, Senegal, all over the place. This happened, and the guys were so confused. I mean, I remember watching this live when that happened. I was as confused as the journalists who were asking the governor, what are you talking about, sir? Are you really saying that these guys are going to be allowed to come into Nigeria funded by the federal? And the guy was busy saying that the Fulani man is just a global citizen. Can you imagine the lunacy? How ludicrous this is, that the Fulani man is a global citizen, that wherever he lands is his own country. If he lands in Bayelsa, Bayelsa is his place. He's indigenous to Bayelsa. If he lands in Enugu, then he's indigenous to Enugu. If he lands in Sokoto or Kano, he's indigenous. If he lands in Benue, he's indigenous to Benue. Can you imagine this? This actually happened. And just so that we don't argue too much about this, I want you to listen. Just take a few minutes and listen to some excerpts from that video.
I see there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the world.
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well.
Yes, that's what we want to do.
This is so mind-boggling. That's why I kept saying that if this video had come out at a time like this, I bet you a lot of people will say this is AI. It's not real, that there's no way anybody can be talking like this, that this happened. And guess what happened? Muhammad Buhari came to power May 29, I believe, 2015. By 2016, a program was launched in Nigeria. Guess what the program was? The program was called Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Safe Corridor is what we call it AKA Repentant Boko Haram or Repentant Terrorist Program. Repentant means that these guys created a program also funded by the federal government of Nigeria. A program that allows for terrorists, not just the Fulani now, not even the Fulani militia, terrorists that have come from outside the country and are operating in Nigeria, killing, maiming, decapitating people in Nigeria. They opened this thing so that through this so-called Operation Safe Corridor or Repentant Boko Haram program or the Repentant Terrorist program, they can be assimilated into a place that they claim they carry out rehabilitation for them. And every few months, they'll pour in hundreds of these guys into their place and then take them through some VIP entertainment program that they don't show everybody in the whole world to see. And when they are done after about a few months, maybe 2 months or so, they bring them out and call it graduation ceremony. And at that graduation ceremony, they have now been christened repented or repentant Boko Haram members or repentant terrorists. And that means that these same terrorists from outside the country who have so-called been rehabilitated are now allowed to be integrated into the Nigerian society where they didn't come from. And they are not just being integrated to move as normal people. They are told that they can actually vie for any political post in Nigeria. They can become presidents. They can join the police. They can join the military. They can join immigration. They can join any civil service position they want to join in Nigeria. In my short life on earth, I've never seen anything. And yet that program since 2016 has remained until this day. Even under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they are still doing it. In fact, the governor of Borno State came out in the news and claimed that so far they have integrated over 300,000 of these guys. Killers who disembowel pregnant women, open their womb and take out their babies and kill the babies. Who rape like it is no man's business, who actually destroy Christian villages, chase those Christians out of their villages. The ones they didn't kill, they kicked them out, and those Christians have now ended up in IDP camps. If not for the awareness that was created and America getting involved in this, many people didn't know that we had close to 6 to 7 million Christians that are living in IDP camps, and they've been living there for more than a decade, probably even 15 years. What happened to their homes? They have been dispossessed of their farmlands and their homelands. By who? By the same Fulani people. Remember, it started with the governor admitting that they were coming. As they were coming from outside the country, from all over, in their hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Where are they supposed to stay? They are not being resettled. And the only way they get resettled is by fighting to dispossess the original owners of the lands, of their lands and their farmlands. And that's why they kept the whole idea of Christians in IDP camps so secret, tight-lipped about it. No media in Nigeria was allowed to report it. Mainstream media, which is in cahoots with these guys, was never allowed to report it. They kept it all quiet until this outrage, this outcry came up. That's why my brother and friend, Congressman Riley Moore, came with a team to Benue, and they found out on their own no longer what we were posting and talking about. No, they went on ground to see. They said in one location alone, they found over 600,000 IDPs, internally displaced persons, all Christians. Imagine Plateau, imagine Yobe, imagine Taraba, imagine Kaduna, imagine Borno. And all this went under the carpet, swept under the carpet. Nobody said anything until the global outcry began. But why did the global outcry begin? I'll tell you where it started from. I'm not sure anyone has told you this, so pay attention, please. I'm going to take my time. What I'm about to tell you is the major reason why I decided to make this video. Everything you've just heard me say is just a recap of what you already know. But let me tell you where this started from. Let me tell you where this started from. This outcry is as a result of the very undiplomatic behavior of Nigeria's vice president. And it happened when? This happened in September of this year. And this was September 24, 2025. And what was the occasion? It was a statement when the vice president of Nigeria, I'll give you the caption of his statement. It says, statement delivered by His Excellency Kashim Shettima, GCOM, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, during the general debate of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Remember that video of your vice president where he was campaigning or canvassing for the freedom of Palestine? Let's not talk too much. I want you to watch the video of your vice president at the United Nations.
We are despised by terrorists because we choose tolerance over tyranny. Their ambition is to divide us and to poison our humanity with a toxic rhetoric of hate. Our difference is the distance between shadow and light, between despair and hope, between the ruin of anarchy and the promise of order. We do not only fight wars, we hit and shelter the innocent victims of war. This is why we are not indifferent to the devastations of our neighbors near and distant. This is why we speak of the violence and aggression visited upon innocent civilians in Gaza, the illegal attack on Qatar, and the tensions that scar the wider region. It is not only because of the culture of impunity that makes such acts intolerable, but because our own bitter experience has taught us that such violence never ends where it begins. We do not believe that the sanctity of human life should be trapped in the corridors of endless debate. That is why we say, without stuttering and without doubt, that a two-state solution remains the most dignified path to lasting peace for the people of Palestine.
This is the vice president of Nigeria, not Palestine. The journey from Palestine, from Nigeria to Palestine by air is 3,700 kilometers. But the vice president of Nigeria was at the United Nations. And what formed the basis, the core of his speech was Palestine. Just stay calm and come with me. Let me walk you through the process of why we got to where we are. The section where he started talking about Palestine, it starts with number 9 of his points. Be patient with me. I'm going to read you something and explain to you what I'm reading, so you understand why Israel sees this as a matter of life and death. They must be involved. So the number 9 point he was making here in his speech, okay, you didn't hear that one. He says, Nigeria's soldiers and civilians carry a proud legacy. They have participated in 51 out of 60 United Nations peacekeeping operations since our independence in 1960. We have stood with our partners in Africa to resolve conflicts, and we continue that commitment today through the multinational Joint Task Force. At home, we confront the scourge of insurgency with resolve. From this long and difficult struggle with violent extremism, one truth stands clear. Military tactics may win battles measured in months and years, but in wars that span generations, it is values and ideas that deliver the ultimate victory.
Can you imagine the vice president of Nigeria is about to talk about Palestine, and he started first of all by talking about the military might of Nigeria. Keep your mind on what I just said. You are about to speak on Palestine and Israel, and you started by talking about how powerful Nigerian military is and how many peacekeeping operations we have had to get involved in since our independence. So let's go to item number 10. So number 10, he says, we are despised by terrorists because we choose tolerance over tyranny. Their ambitions is to divide us and to poison our humanity with a toxic rhetoric of hate. Our difference is the distance between shadow and light, between despair and hope, between the ruin of anarchy and the promise of order. We do not only fight wars, we feed and shelter the innocent victims of wars. Are you hearing? The vice president of Nigeria, he's about to talk about Palestine. Look at all the things he's saying. He now says, this is why we are not indifferent to the devastations of our neighbors near and distant. This is why we speak of the violence and aggression visited upon innocent civilians in Gaza, in Palestine, the illegal attack on Qatar, and the tensions that scar the wider region. It is not only because of the culture of impunity that makes such acts intolerable, but because our own bitter experience has taught us that such violence never ends where it begins. My beloved ones, I don't know any nation that will hear stuff like this and not see that this is a threat of military action against Israel. The war that is visited, the violence, that aggression visited upon innocent civilians in Gaza, and then the illegal attack on Qatar. The vice president of Nigeria basically speaking against Israel's actions in Gaza and Israel's attack on Qatar. And then mentioning war and military might in the same sentences where he's talking about what Israel is doing in Gaza. And I ask, where did the boldness come from? I will explain it when I finish reading to you the next line, the next item, which is number 11. Number 11 says, we do not believe that the sanctity of human life should be trapped in the corridors of endless debate. That is why we say, without stuttering and without doubt, that a two-state solution remains the most dignified path to lasting peace for the people of Palestine. A two-state solution. For too long, this community has borne the weight of moral conflict. For too long, we have been caught in the crossfire of violence that offends the conscience of humanity. We come not as partisans, but as peacemakers. We come as brothers and sisters of a shared world, a world that must never reduce the right to live into the currency of devious politics. The people of Palestine are not collateral damage in a civilization searching for order. They are human beings, equal in worth, entitled to the same freedoms and dignities that the rest of us take for granted. A two-state solution in Palestine. So the vice president of Nigeria, I keep mentioning that Nigeria jets out of Nigeria, goes to the United Nations with all these powerful, subtle threats to Israel. You are talking about Israel's actions in Gaza and the bombing in Qatar, and you are saying it along with how mighty our military is, how powerful, how much wars we have fought, and the rest of them. And on top of that, you now say two-state solution. Knowing how sensitive these topics are, you're talking about two-state solution when you have people in your own country where you come from who are not even united. Nigeria is a forced union of so many nations in one. Even if no other person agrees to that, ask any Igbo person, ask any Biafran. 99.9% of Igbos today want their own Biafra. Benjamin Netanyahu many years ago was talking about the thing that happened in Biafra, and he mentioned it in his own state address. Biafrans went to war for 3 years with Nigeria because they wanted freedom. And you are here talking about the two-state solution when you have not settled the issue of Biafra in your own country where you came from. What gave you the audacity and the boldness to do that? It is because you believed that the conquest by Islam
of Nigeria had now been completed, which is why you guys had Muslim ticket. If it wasn't that there was Muslim ticket and that psychologically you believed in your mind that you guys have already conquered Nigeria, that any other thing anyone was talking about was nonsense, was balderdash, you would never have the audacity to go to United Nations rather than talking about what the terrorists are doing in Nigeria, how the terrorists are raping and killing people and dispossessing them of their homelands and farmlands, how that they have become so horrible, the impunity and the silence from the authorities and the lack of action from the Nigerian government has been so much that should have been your own speech at the United Nations. You should have been there asking for help. Instead, it was Palestine because you felt like, well, we have gotten this nation now. We are now the giant, the Muslim giant of Africa. And so with all the might we have, resources, economic power, military, we can actually now help other Muslim brothers that are suffering. So you were basically putting yourself up as the big helper, the big savior for Palestine from Israel. And you don't know how diplomatic code words can actually ring in the ears of the opponents. Israel got it. Israel has the strongest intelligence network in the world, and so they got your message loud and clear. Little wonder the moment the whole United Nations thing was over, the outcry against Christian persecution was born. And that was how I knew that Israel was eventually going to get involved. And if you listen to that video that I played to you, you see that I talked about it, that how can jihadists reign so supreme in Nigeria? Everybody knows how much oil Nigeria has, even though the citizens don't get to enjoy it, but we know how blessed Nigeria is with natural resources. Don't talk about the gas in Imo State, that is probably the largest deposit of gas in all of West Africa. Don't talk about the oil in Eastern Nigeria, old Eastern Nigeria, comprising Rivers State, Delta State, Abia State, Imo State, even Anambra State. Everywhere, natural resources. You go up north, you see all those gold and all manner of resources you can think of. So imagine Israel saying to themselves, oh my God, is this what we are faced with now? So these guys now have taken over Nigeria and then they gain access to the oil well. Probably as we're talking, before you know it, the terrorists who have been conquering from up north, coming to the middle belt, they have taken over local governments in Benue State. I was there when the governor of Benue State then, Otom, was saying that about 18 or 19 out of 20-something local governments have been taken over by the Fulani militia, ethnic militia, and that they have renamed the villages they took over from Christians who are now living in IDP camps. Took over Christian villages, renamed them immediately. Recently, a soldier came out and said he was leaving the army, Nigerian army. He was so angry, the video was viral. He said his anger was that they saw their own commanders in the army helping invading Fulani terrorists settle down properly in the Christian villages that they took over forcefully from Christians in Benue State. Everybody saw the video. And some others will get angry and say that every time we see Boko Haram or terrorists to shoot, and they will tell us, they will be waiting for order to shoot, and they will tell us don't shoot. And we're asking ourselves, why are we then spending all this money, security, a vote, running into millions of dollars to buy weapons, but then we can't use the weapons to kill terrorists? Look at the stupidity, the rubbish that Nigeria was doing. Thinking that nobody was watching, thinking that nothing was ever going to happen. And so the Lord orchestrated for your vice president to go out there and stir the waters and bring about this. The braggadocio had to end. The pomposity had to end. Okay? They were so arrogant about it. They were rubbing it in our faces that you've been conquered and there's nothing you can do. Nigerians were switching citizenship all over the place. Nigerians were running out. Everywhere you went, you were treated like trash as a Nigerian. Because what was happening in Nigeria, nobody could comprehend it. You are looking at the stories. A terrorist is there. You tell me not to shoot him. The terrorist is raping and killing people, taking over villages, and you're helping them to settle well. And then the people who own the villages are told to go and remain in IDP camps forever. No time for them to return to the villages. They've lost them forever. So what is probably going to happen is that they have to relocate those people to a different place. They have to lose their ancestral home. But the vice president of Nigeria is busy canvassing for a two-state solution between Israel and Palestine. They are busy criticizing Israel for saying that the Palestinians have to leave and go somewhere else. But the Christians in Nigeria who have lost their homes to Fulani ethnic militia are meant to be relocated to another place to lose their homelands forever. But in Palestine, they are not supposed to lose their homelands to Israel. You never thought the double standard was going to be exposed. And so now let me come down to the point I was trying to make. Every single thing that the vice president of Nigeria, every signal he sent to Israel is what he's getting back now. Let me start with the first signal.
My people, I think I hear from Joseph Okechukwu. I just allow this video to play so that I go hear from him. So from here, because we don't take for here about after this is 3 hours. So please, if you are here and you never like, comment, you never share, please do it now. So it will be like as if we never see. You understand? Tomorrow is another day. Thank you so much for being here with me. I want to conclude with you people here. Understand? So tomorrow I will come again. Get ready. Always pray, because something is about to happen. If you listen to Joseph Okechukwu here, that is where he told you that why Israel will stop at nothing until they divide Nigeria is because they know if they get hold in natural mineral resources in Nigeria, they will, well, it is enough to attack America and Israel. So he said it. And that's why suddenly Israel carry our matter for head. So congratulations in advance. Thank you, and God bless you. Tomorrow here,